We're live now, girl. This is what you wanted. What's up, Jason? What's up, Jeffrey? I finally can see my. They think I'm probably some kind of devil worshiper or something. There's my baby, there's my woman producer. He's on there, I see her. I got background dance. Woo! I so miss this song. Come on, everybody, get on there and share. Share and share live. Share these kids, share these families. Do it for share. Jamie D on it more. There's Oh, hello to the Ghost Hunters Paranormal. There he is. How you doing, Mr. Dark? Hello, son. We're about ready to start, but I had to listen to the song a little bit more. Thank you, Jason. We are happy to be back on ourselves. Hello, Sandy. How are you? I had to put in the music a little longer. This is too much. Woo, there's my brother. Hey, brother. And David's probably thinking I'm a weirdo as we go along. I done messed up Sandy's cat. Sandy's cat doesn't go along. Hey, Cat, how's it going? Welcome, Paranormal Freaks. I'm your host, Mike, Shane, whatever you want to call me tonight. I don't care. God, I have been waiting so long for this. I am so glad to be back and see what's going on here. I've got a great guest tonight. She's beautiful. She's very talented with what she does, and she has haunted items, which I love so much. But the thing about it is, you got to respect it too. Let's see here. I'm trying to go ahead and share this real quick, and then I'll be right back on. I don't have all these great big things that goes on here. Let me catch up here. All right. Sorry, Marianne. I'll turn it down a little bit. All right, guys. I want you all to welcome my guest, JB Menshouse. She has haunted items, haunted dolls, and stuff like that. She does have Jamie's Haunted Museum of Misfits. Jamie, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, anytime. Doors always open. Dina, hi Kim. Hi Dina, hi Kim. Hi Jamie. Another Jamie on there. All right. I'm going to start this off, and you just keep going with it with all these crazy people. And they'll fill in everywhere else they go. I got some great people. All right, when did you start doing the haunted items, haunted dolls, and stuff like that?
About 6 years ago, I would say.
6 years ago?
Roughly
Was
about
it
that. Yeah.
was it something that you ever planned on doing, or is this something that caught your interest as you went along?
No, it wasn't something that I've always planned on. I used to do the ghost tours at the bird cage, and they had so many items that had attachments to it. And so that's what piqued my interest.
Uh-huh.
And then um, I met somebody through Ghost Hunt Weekends, and we kind of had the same idea, and we went off from there. And last year, I went my separate way, and now I'm starting fresh.
Oh wow! And that's where the misfits come from, and that's what you're talking about there.
Well, I kind of got it from, like Rudolph the Misfit Island and stuff. Something catchy.
So you've been doing haunted dolls, uh, or I should say items too, because you do have some items, right?
Yeah, jewelry, books, kids' toys, dolls, jewelry boxes. Um,
Just anything that might have some kind of attachment and stuff.
yeah.
Oh, there's our Sir Kyle just popped up into the chat there.
Hi, Kyle. And I still can't see you on here. I don't know what the deal is.
You're on. We're getting a little touch of feedback. Maybe it's how high you got your volume.
I'll turn it down just a little. How about that?
That sounds good there.
All right.
Mary Ann in there, she's in the chat. She says that she does haunted dolls too, but has got to find the right dolls.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. It's iffy when somebody comes up and was like, "Oh, my doll's haunted." There's no positive way unless you do a EVP session or the doll moves in front of you. But
So an
do it.
EVP says, how do you go about finding out if one of the dolls or items you have is haunted?
During just a regular investigation, one of the main questions you ask is, did you recently bring something new into the house? And that's where you can go off on okay, well, maybe this is the cause of the haunting is you bought a chair from an antique store. And so you concentrate on, areas around the chair, you move it around, take it out of the house, put it back in the house. And definitely EVP, record, video record it, see if it moves. And most of the time you can just pick up the vibe that there's something with it. And whatever you're hearing in the background, that is my cat trying to get out of the kitchen. Sorry.
It doesn't want to hang around.
Yeah.
Kim in chat says she's going to go check her dolls to see if they know what the show's about. That would be kind of cute if they answer her.
Yeah, and maybe her dolls and my dolls can have a play date.
Hey, there you go. There's nothing wrong with that. So let me ask you, what are some of the dangers that might be involved in, collecting these dolls or items and stuff?
If you get a bad entity attached to it, kind of like Annabelle, but it can cause a lot of ruckus in the house. Fortunately, I haven't ran across any that's caused issues, but people get nightmares. It can pick up poltergeist activity. They can just torment you just like a regular spirit,
Right.
So it's always good when you bring in something that you suspect or know has an attachment to set your boundaries. That's just like when you go into an investigation, you you set boundaries, how far to
Right.
go, how not to, and that's what I do. Every time I bring an item into my home, I set boundaries. You do not mess with my kids. You don't mess with my dog. Sometimes I say you can mess with my husband. It just depends on the day if he makes me mad or not. No, I'm not kidding. I have said that before, but they don't really mess with us. But they do, like, me. I love to pull pranks and pick on people, and especially my daughter, she is the easiest person to pick on, and they follow what I do. Like, she was in the shower, I turn the lights out on her, and so she can't take a bath or a shower in my bathroom because they won't leave the light on for her. They turn them
So
off.
they turn them off.
Yeah, they turn the lights off on her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I don't know if I want to come up here and take a shower or not.
Your wife can come take a shower with me. Love you.
I'm glad there's a 3-second delay. She'll scream here in just a second. Oh my goodness! Have
Did
you
I make
ever
you
read?
blush?
Huh?
I said, did I make you blush?
I didn't blush. Hey. Have you ever ran into any scenario where something was like a bad attachment or anything like that?
Yeah, Kyle stuff. Some of the stuff that Kyle brought. I never had like an experience, but I know like the backstory because Kyle told us.
What was that? The Ouija board or?
It was the Ouija board, and then the medicine bag made of, I think, was it human bones?
Don't remember, but I know there was something there that he made us wear gloves to.
Yeah, it was the Ouija board, and then I want to say it was like a medicine bag made of either human bones or human skin, something, but both of those items we didn't touch without gloves.
That man collects some weird stuff, I'm telling you, but they're so awesome.
Yes, but it is so interesting, and
oh yeah,
I love Kyle to death. He knows that. I love you all from Ghost Hunt Weekends. I think the world of every one of y'all.
Well, we love you.
Well, thank you.
Now, there's a lot of people that may say something like, "Oh well, it's the item itself is not haunted. They think it's something attached to it." How is that? You know what I'm talking about? Is there an attachment to it, or the doll itself actually haunted?
From what I know and what I've experienced, it's attached. It's not possessed.
Okay.
So that's the difference. Kind of like Annabelle, inhabited the doll or whatever. Human spirits can't possess the artifacts. They attach themselves to it. So it's usually like a family heirloom, like someone's wedding rings or a jewelry box. One of the items at the Birdcage Theater was a wedding present. It was their china. So Mrs. Hugert is there, which is kind of sad because she was a proper lady from back in the 1880s. She would never be seen on that side of the street, which was the red light district.
Right.
But now she is stuck inside of a bordello, a brothel.
So she's actually stuck in that brothel?
Well, her artifacts are there, so she won't leave her china from her wedding present. So she's there. So if you take those items out of the building, she follows.
You paused there for a second. I thought you went out. Come on, Jamie. Speak up.
I'm saying.
Oh my goodness. There's Amanda jumped on. What's up, Brian? Hi, Jancy. I didn't see Kim and Laura jump in there. Hey guys. Now Now, you said you didn't have any bad situations. Have you ever heard of anybody that has had a bad situation besides the one that you just explained to us?
No, I mean, besides like the famous ones like Robert the Doll or Peggy and Annabelle, I've never really heard of anything bad happen because of an artifact. I mean, people say, this doll threw something across the room,
Right,
but those people aren't really reliable sources.
right.
So, I mean, it can happen, but I don't. I haven't experienced it. So.
Cat Maria, she asked a question. Can you see the question on the thing?
I cannot. All I
All right.
see is a black screen and my face. That's
Oh
it.
my goodness. I cannot believe it. It's not coming through. Can a doll that originally belonged to another living relative with no issues later develop an attachment?
Yes. Yes.
So,
And actually, I have the perfect example of it, which I'm grabbing them right now. So, a lot of people already know, well, some people know Billy. This is Billy, y'all. He was, his previous owner had him since he was a little boy and kept him all the way up until he died of old age. And after he died, the family started hearing his voice come from the doll. And that is how we got possession of Billy. At first, we thought it was just a little boy, but there's also a man, which scared the crap out of me. I was on my way, I think it was 2 years ago to Scarefest,
yeah.
and I was alone in Vegas, so that was scary enough. And it was like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I thought there was a man, like a grown man, in my room telling me not to go. And then when I
Oh.
realized it was Billy, I told him to shut up and go back to bed. So.
All right, I got another question real quick, and then we're going to go to a quick break. Melissa
Okay.
Marquez, she says, "What is the most interesting object you have come into contact with?"
I would probably say Jack, my Jack in the Box.
Was that the one on the Scarefest table with Billy?
Yes. Here is Jack. And my husband is coming through the door, and he is loud. Sorry. And he's on the phone.
I don't know if many people understand what happened. Go ahead and explain why that one's so interesting.
Well, so I'm terrified of clowns, like a lot of people. And I saw that he was up for auction. And there was just something that drew me to him, and I had to have one. And that's my cat. Sorry, y'all. And so I get the doll, I get the Jack in the Box. And I had a friend of mine who is a psychic medium, and she told me that there's a little boy attached to him. So that's, for me, that was my indicator why I was so drawn to Jack. And so was it 2 years ago at Scarefest, we had Billy, Jack, and then a few other dolls. But Billy was propped up on a glass skull, and Jack, just sits up by itself. And Jeff was telling people that Jack was good, Billy was bad. And out of nowhere, the glass skull goes flying back, and it breaks, and people hear a little boy scream. And so we don't know if it was Jack or Billy. Well, pretty much no, it was Billy that got mad. But these two, when they get together, you'll hear a little kid laughing. And let's see.
Do you think they're playing together or no?
I don't know, maybe. Possible. I know when we did the event at the Thomas house, I was telling people that Jack doesn't make noise. You wind him up and he doesn't make noise. And then he started playing. And like right now, Jack, can you play? Can you play a song? See? Nothing. There you go.
That thing doesn't work at all?
It just did. After I asked him to. You didn't hear it?
I heard it play, but you was winding it and everything. But does that that stuff in there broke?
Yeah, like you have to ask him to play, and then he'll play that music.
Oh, now that's weird. him and Billy are something else. That's one thing about it. Just a second, we're going to take a real quick break, and when we come back, somebody asked if you could show Billy again up close.
Okay.
All right, guys. Remember, we're talking to Jamie Menshouse. She's Jamie's Haunted Museum of Misfits. Hey guys, May 14th, Mystical Market, second Saturday of every month, 301. Bam, bam. Hold on. 501 West 6th Street. And I'm gonna tell you what, they got barbecue, they got fish and everything around there. They got psychics at the Mystical Market, readers, mediums, stones, massages. Rachel, she does massages, a little touch of everything. You've got tarot card readers. You got the lady, she does vibes with tones. All kind. There's just all kinds of stuff. It's always amazing to me when I sit there and look at it. But we'll move on to Ghost Hunt Weekends. Look, check this out. March 13th and 14th, Thomas House. Both days. That's March 13th on Friday the 13th. Ghost Hunt Weekends will be at the Thomas House. March 21st, USS Battleship North Carolina with Chris and Mike. TWC will be at the Thomas House the 13th and 14th. Let's see, May 9th, Missouri State Pen. We got May and July. We'll be doing Bobby Mackey's. Ghost Hunt Weekends will be doing Bobby Mackey's, June 20th, Tracy City. Check it out, guys. We'll be doing a seminar the 14th at the Mystical Fair. If you guys, anybody local can come around, we'll be talking some paranormal and having a little bit of fun as we do everything. Yeah, a lot of things coming up. We got Creepy Con, we got Scarefest, and I think that producers already said that we will be having a booth there. I hope so. But we're going to have a lot of different things that are going on where we're going to be out motivated and doing a lot of things. We'll be out to the public as we speak right now. Our viewers have grown. And this is the second one this year that we've done. And it's aggravating because I really want to do more. And what was that?
Somebody was calling my phone.
Oh. But let's get back to Jamie and her haunted dolls. All right. Jamie, show Billy there if you don't mind, up close.
Billy?
There's Mr. Billy. How are you? Let's see. There you go. That's Billy. Very respectful when Billy's around me. I only let Jamie touch him and takes pictures of him. I have some pictures, but I did not take the pictures of Billy. She took them for me. Well, excuse me. All right, let's get back to what we were talking about. Billy and Jack, they do their thing with each other when they're around. Now, are there some times where you may have to separate some because they do get so active together?
I haven't yet. Now, I do have some that they can't be apart.
Yeah.
And I actually have them put away. Those are the ones that the person that gave them to me asked me not to display them out of just for whatever reason, but they stay together. They're in my bedroom closet.
And sorry, guys, but Brandon and Kyle Cobb will be March 13th and 14th at the Thomas House. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jamie.
No, you're good.
Well, girl, she looks at me with that stone cold face. You're good. Don't interrupt me. So
I'm just upset. I can't see your face. I don't know why. This is weird. I can't see any comments, no nothing.
I don't know why it's not. I don't know why it's doing that. To be honest with you,
I don't know. And I'm checking my internet on my.
I don't think it's you. I think it might be.
Me? Might be the dolls.
I'm trying to see.
Yeah, no. I guess the dolls just want me to sit closer to them and not across the room.
Can you see me now?
No. I'm afraid to push any buttons and it won't.
Yeah, me too.
Hold on, I'm going to push a button. So if I lose you, I'll. No, that didn't do anything.
Lord have mercy.
Nope.
Baby's got her blue jeans on.
I
do. So, what is your?
that?
That's what I think it was.
That was a weird noise.
What are your biggest expectations for what you're doing with all this?
Making sure that the artifacts don't end up in the wrong hands. To give them peace. As long as I'm alive, they have a home that they don't have to worry about their artifacts. They're taken care of.
So you just want to be able to make sure that there's not, it's kind of like no lost souls.
Right. When you don't want one of these artifacts to end up in the wrong hands and be used for something that's not good, evil.
That's true. That is
and
true.
Then, or people that think that it's just a game and try to communicate and conjure something else up.
Well, speaking of that, when you say it's a game, is there a certain limit that you will go to in collecting them, or would you just keep collecting all of them as long as you could?
I'll just keep collecting as long as I can.
Yeah, that's good. What would you tell young people that are interested in doing, collecting dolls and haunted items and stuff?
Do your research beforehand. Don't just jump out and do it. Yes, I have stuff that doesn't hurt me, but there's stuff out there that can. And Kyle can back me up on that. It's not a game. It can make you physically sick. It can disturb everything. It can ruin relationships. It can make people go crazy.
Oh, wow.
This is something that, and I hate to say it, it's not just for everyone. Right. It takes a certain type of person. You have to know your own limit. And that's what I was talking to Kyle about, with what was going on with me. I'm not doing any investigations right now because of it. And I know my limit. And right now I can't do it.
All right. There's somebody that popped up a question. Sorry, I heard you, Jamie. Have you ever had to give up an artifact because of the negative activity? That was from Ellen Wall.
Nope.
No. Do you know anybody that has?
No.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, Kyle's actually, and I'm just like yourself, you all know how to dispose of, just in case.
We know how to protect.
Okay. Protect, yeah. But is there any scenarios where you might have to just absolutely get rid of all of them? Or not all of them, but one certain one that's just that bad?
If I do, Kyle would be the first person that I call.
I think I would call Kyle on just about anything anyway.
Yep. I would be like, Kyle, come get it, or I'm shipping it to you. It's yours. But no, I
Hell
haven't. You know, Kyle has taught me a lot, and you know, there's precautions that you can take, blessings that you do, and I only have one artifact that I don't mess with. I leave it there. I have the rosary on it, and I have the St. Michael's pendant on it, and it just gives a bad vibe, but it hasn't caused any ruckus. It hasn't disturbed anything. I have a 3-month-old German Shepherd puppy that loves to chew on everything, and the Ouija board is actually on the bottom of the shelf, and the dog doesn't even go near it.
Really?
Yep.
That's
The cats don't go near it. Now the cats like to lay on the dolls. But yeah, no, the dogs won't even go near the Ouija board.
Well, that's cool because it knows, and I guess
Yeah.
whatever it is, you know, saying, "Hey, I'll put some voodoo on you."
Who knows?
That's what I would say. Be putting voodoo on you, and that dog's sitting there going, no way."
Yeah.
If you ever ran to, and I'm pretty sure Kyle, a certain situation, how would you go and get rid of a certain item or a doll? I mean, to actually end it.
To end it,
Yes.
that's so many people have different ideas. Some people
Right.
say burn it. Some people say bury it. Honestly, I would put it in a glass container and bless it and just keep doing it that way. Put it away
Contain
where
it.
it's kind of like Jumanji, you know, it just keeps coming back. I don't think you can really fully get a spirit unattached, but that's just my opinion. You can contain it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But that's where the blessings and, the rosaries and stuff like that come along.
That's interesting because if you ever did run into that, it's as part of protecting yourself too. So you can contain them inside that glass
Yes.
with the
Some people
blessings.
don't think you can, but I mean, I believe you can. And that's just
Yeah.
my opinion.
Now, out of all this, it's something too that you got to sit there and think about. It's just like when you go out ghost hunting or investigating a home. You know, it's hard because a lot of people just go out there and give me your name, do this. Hey,
Right.
You got to remember whatever that attachment is was human too.
Exactly.
And it's all about respect in the paranormal field. If you respect what's on the other side, I'm pretty sure they're going to respect what you're doing on this.
Yeah, it's just like if you're investigating a house, you respect them. It's no different with the objects, That's like Billy, as long as you're good to him, he's good to you. And Jeff can tell you, don't say he's bad because he'll break stuff.
No, that was interesting. I'm glad.
I wasn't there, but I knew something was wrong, and I was walking to the booth, and my pulse jumped like it was like my child's hurt. And I know that sounds weird, but that's how I felt. Like, oh my God, something happened. And I rushed over, and I think Darla was holding him, and I went to touch him, and I couldn't. I could not touch him. It was a good 30 minutes.
That part.
Huh?
I didn't know that part.
Yeah. It was a good 35 minutes before I could actually touch Billy, because of the energy coming off of him. And after that, I took all the artifacts up to the room. I was like, yeah, no more today.
So why was he mad? You?
Because Jeff said he was bad, and I think Jeff like he heard parts of the conversation where I was in the hotel room in Vegas, and he was telling me don't go,
Right.
and it was the adult version that I never experienced from Billy. It was always the kid. So I think he
Right.
misinterpreted what was said about Billy and thought he was bad.
See, that's the thing. I mean, if you don't know the whole story about something like that, as you can tell, what happens.
Right. And
Because
there
I
at the
don't think.
Thomas house, Jeff didn't want to touch any of them. He goes, nope, nope.
Well, that's the thing about it. When I'm at you see me when I'm around them. I respect them,
Hmm.
and I'll ask you, and you actually do turn around and look at them, and
Oh, yeah.
and you'll say, "No, let me go ahead and take the picture." Well, they're
Yep.
used to you. They're not used to me, and that's why I like doing that myself. What happened?
Yeah. When I did the event in October of 2018, I had to look at what year it was, with Barry Fitzgerald from Ghost Hunters International and Michelle. Um, there was a lady that had asked to hold a couple of them, and she got to, she's really old, so I don't really like picking her up, uh, to this one right here. And she froze and was like, no. And I was like, what's wrong? She said, I don't belong to you to give her back.
Oh
So,
wow!
yeah. And so some people can hold her, some can't. I do know that there's a child attached, a little girl that died, and we're sending off. Um, we're sending off a sample because it looks like there's blood on the right side of her, up and down. And when I had a psychic read her, she didn't know
Yeah.
anything about it. And she said a little girl died holding the doll. So I want to see if it's blood or not. So,
Oh wow!
yeah.
So how long? How long was it after you got that this happened? The little girl dying with the doll. Do you
Um,
know? Do you know the whole story of it?
I do not know the whole story. I know it was in the late 30s when it happened.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
but
The
that's
poor
all
little
I know.
dog's been through it all then, hasn't
Yeah.
it?
It was one of, just walking through an antique store, and I was like, oh my God. So, picked her up, felt a connection, took her home, took a picture, sent it, and they was like, yeah, little girl, which that's what I picked up, was a little girl.
Was it?
Yeah.
Are you one of them psychic ability kind of gals?
No, no, but when you're around it as much as I've been around, you can pick up on stuff. But
Yeah.
it's no different than, you wear a certain type of cologne than my husband wears
Right.
one. You pick stuff up. You can tell when there's something different. Something's off. The
Right.
energy's different. So no, I don't claim to be psychic or anything like that.
Well, that's good because I like you. You're honest about it. You're saying you're not psychic, but you do pick up on the vibes of them.
Yeah.
And see, that's what a lot of people, when they're out there doing, oh, I'm psychic. I know what's going on with it. No,
Right.
you heard the
Well, I
story.
mean, that's just like walking to the house, and you can tell if your wife had a bad day or a good day,
Right.
by just the energy, the vibe.
I agree with you. I mean, it's heavy, it's light, or however it
Right.
wants to go. All right, guys, do you have any more questions in there? I don't know. I haven't been able to see what we had going on here.
Yeah, I can't see
Oh,
anything but me in a black screen.
oh, there's Stacy. Hi, Stacy. Glad to see you on here. Oh, mine, for some reason, mine scrolls up and it's really, really freaking slow and it drives me nuts. and there's probably 100 of them that I haven't even caught up with right now. I'll see if I can't catch up with them. But as we're talking here, um, is there a place where these people can get a hold of you or see what's going on, or?
Well, I just started the Facebook page, Jamie's Haunted Museum of Misfits. So they can contact me there or just my regular Facebook page.
Oh, okay. So there, and do you have? Oh, yeah.
Wait, what was?
I'm replaying what is going on. All right. Are you going to be anywhere soon, like live, or somebody beside? People may come and see you, or.
My next thing that I'm doing will be at Scarefest this year.
So in October.
Yep.
Oh, we're going to have to get you somewhere. Now, if there's CreepyCon coming up, I don't know how or what's going on with that, but if you can get down there in Knoxville with them, that would be awesome. I'll put you up beside me in the booth.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, we're waiting on orders right now. We should know something soon. We're going back to Fort Campbell, so I'm crossing my fingers it's sooner than later.
Well, when we come back, we'll ask you about what's going on there, if you don't mind. Or we'll ask you, the backside of Jamie.
That's
and not literally the backside, but the backside.
I don't know what I'm going to do with you.
All right, guys. March 14th, Mystical Market. They're on second Saturday of every month. It's Mystical Market, March 14th, and they're same place every Saturday of the second Saturday of every month. 501 West 6th Street, Lexington, Kentucky. Get down there. They've got all kinds of things. Tarot card readings, vibe readings, psychic readings. They got stones. They got aura readers. They've got all kinds of things down there. I mean, it's just absolutely wonderful. March 13th and 14th, Thomas House, Ghost Hunt Weekend. Kyle Cobb himself is going to be there with Brennan. And I'm not for sure about Mike. I didn't look that up, but that's March 14th. Ghost Hunt Weekend. March 21st, they're going to be at the USS Battleship North Carolina. Chris and Mike's going to be there. May 9th, Missouri State Pen. Check them out. The boys are going to be there for that one. May and July, we do have, I think May's booked completely. I'm not for sure, but Ghost Hunt Weekends will be at Bobby Mackey's. And June 20th, Tracy City. 4 locations in that city, and every one of them rock. I go there every time. I enjoy myself, and I love it to death. But don't forget, guys, just like Jamie said, she's Facebook, Jamie's Haunted Museum of Misfits, right?
Yep.
All right, it's on Facebook, and then if I remember, but actually right after this podcast, I'm packing the car. We're heading south. We're getting on a cruise and doing a week in the
so jealous
Republic area. So that's what we're doing for the next week after this. So I'll just forewarn, next week I won't be on here, but I promise, guys, I am working my butt. I bought a mobile unit that I can bring with me. And if that don't work, I'm just going to start going to the iPad. It might be a little weird, might be a little crazy, and I just lost Jamie. She must have hit up. But check it out, guys. I am going to try to get some of these people on here for you so we can I need your input. Tell me who you want. There she's coming. Tell me who you want to get on here, or tell me what you do. Go back to your phone. Oh, wow. But I need your input. What you like to hear? What would you love to hear? Hello, Lexi Rose. How are you? Yep, Jamie's back. She's on her laptop now. But we're going to go ahead and get back to Jamie since she's back. Now quit running my mouth. All right, sweetie. So I'm going to put it this way: has the dolls or anything that you've collected helped you out in any certain way?
Yes.
Oh,
Several times. Um, I can't sleep at night for whatever reason. My mind just won't shut off. And once I got Billy, as long as I was touching him, I could sleep. I would sleep through the night. If I did not touch him, I would wake up. And that was one. And then November 12th of last year, I was getting ready for work and I decided to bring some books with me from Kyle. One is Ghosts and Demons, this one. Can't really see because it's there, the smaller version. And then the bigger one. And of course, Kyle has signed it to me. And then Chad and Kyle both signed the Thomas House book for me. And I was inside not even 3 minutes when two gunmen run in and grabbed me and held me at gunpoint.
oh my God.
I also wear a Morrigan pendant, talisman, and in the Thomas House book, I have the raven's feather in it, and I just put it in there just to keep it in there. The guy was involved in a high-speed chase, flipped his car, snapped a telephone pole in half, and if it wasn't for those books, he would have got away with the robbery.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So, and I even called Kyle and I was like, thanks for helping capture one of the guys. But the guy that held me at gunpoint is still at large.
So he got away, but
the lookout guy did not get away. The only thing that because they took my backpack that had my wallet, it had a bunch of stuff in it. And the only thing I got back was my books.
well, our hearts go out to you, my love. And if you got me and Lisa anytime you need to talk or anything like that.
I appreciate it. And that's why we're getting stationed back at Fort Campbell. We're doing assignment.
It's not just the paranormal field or anything like that, and crazy shit like that. Oh, look, I'm cussing now. It just makes me crazy because people act like that out there. But I love everybody, and I love entertaining everybody, and something like that, it just breaks my heart.
Yeah, I mean, I would give the shirt off my back to help somebody, and right. I never thought it would ever happen in Texas. We lived in California for 4.5 years, and I would go to Hollywood a lot without my husband. My dog's trying to break in through the window. Where I would go out to Santa Monica at night, Venice Beach at night. And I've always, didn't worry about that stuff. Wow. And the last place that I would ever think of was Texas. But the area that we live in it's dangerous. There's, in 1 week there was 4 homicides. The restaurant, not even 2 blocks away from my house, was shot up. It's crazy. I just can't wait to get out of here.
I heard Alyssa Coiner. I love you, Jamie. You're so strong.
I love you too, babe.
Did you get to see that? Can you see that flash?
I can see now. I'm on the computer.
You can see me too?
Yeah.
God no! I had it all blocked. I was doing so good until she got back on the laptop.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, So, if there's anything that we have not covered that you really would like to put out there, Jamie, honey, spill it.
I was reading what Kim said was that Jack. Jack, what was?
Oh, I think it's where you was turning around backwards.
There was something back there, and then over here was my dog. So I don't know what that was back there. But the last time we did it, they kept doing stuff too, and I kept having to look behind me.
They do that all the time, and sometimes it's like total. I think one time we actually got disconnected.
Yes.
Because they didn't like something I said or the way I phrased it or something like that. But I never try to disrespect them in any way, fashion, or form.
Now, what's funny is when my husband's deployed, they have to be in my room when I go to sleep,
Oh, really?
or I can't sleep.
How's the husband? Look, I'm banging all them. Look, here I go walking out. I was sitting there going forward, and I said, "Hey, you see that?" But what's your husband think about all that?
He doesn't believe in any of it. He is the biggest skeptic, but he believes in green little men.
So he doesn't believe in any of it.
Nope. But he supports me, so that's all that
Well,
matters.
that's good. At least he supports.
Because before I leave for an investigation, he's like, "Don't bring nothing back with you. Why are you worried? If you don't believe in it, so why does it matter if I bring something home or not?"
Didn't you have a situation with TSA and the dolls? Is that right? The people at the airport?
Oh yes. Oh, she was like, "Hurry up! Just put her through. She's good. Don't pat her down. Just get those dolls away. Just go."
There you go. I got a question from Kim again.
Yeah. I mean, I've never tried to.
Is that something that
some people do? I've never. I just leave them how they are.
is that something that you would actually try to ask the doll, or would you place it in front of them and see if they would give you a sign that it's okay?
Billy, usually I have him wrapped up in like a scarf I got from Chip Coffee, and that was his baby blanket. But I've never went out. I don't have baby doll clothes, so
yeah,
maybe I'll try that. I don't know which one I would try it on. I'll probably try it on Billy.
Oh, Billy might not want to change.
Billy likes me. We're all good.
Well, that's true.
Last year, because we would switch out, he would take Billy and then I would take Billy. And 2 years in a row, I was bringing them to ScareFest to exchange. And I have XM radio, and that doesn't skip. And it kept skipping on "Don't Go." So that was two years in a row on my way to ScareFest that I was getting something for Billy saying "Don't go."
Really?
And you know what happened, and it all made sense. So I was like, I should have paid more attention to what Billy was saying, because he was trying to warn me about the situation. So.
Oh wow! Do you have a Dybbuk box, Laura wants to know. Torres.
I do not.
What do you think about Dybbuks?
People think it's demonic or evil and stuff like that, and I guess it depends on which one it is, like, because it's supposed to trap it like I don't want to say a playful spirit, but it's supposed to trap a spirit from messing with people that's trying to inhabit humans.
Yeah.
From what I understand, I might be wrong. I haven't really looked that much into it. I will say the one that Zach has at his museum, the sage that he has around the Dybbuk box,
yes,
has mold on it. And I was trying to, like, I was getting close to it, and something like brushed my face, and I was like, not today, Satan, don't touch me, not today.
Oh, really?
But that's something that I would like to in the future, once I heal from the robbery, to get into and research more on. Kyle would be able to answer that question a lot better than I could.
Right. I agree with you. Kyle, it's so interesting because of I'm not trying to get away from you. I'm just saying, where Kyle helps you out in the field of, the collection of the artifacts and stuff like that. And Kyle helps me out on the field of the demons and stuff because that's where I pick his brain.
Right. I do too.
And, yeah. You do the demons and stuff too?
Yes.
Are you trying to be like me?
No.
Oh, we love you so much, girl. We have so much fun.
Interesting. And, and Kyle, like you said, I love to pick his brain and listen to like his theories on stuff, because it makes you just like what just happened? Like, I thought this, and then you say this, and it's just like mind blowing on how he breaks things down to where you can understand it. Which, I mean, he's just a great guy, and it's an honor to call him a friend. And
I agree with you. His knowledge extends so far, and it's great. We'll have him on one day, and probably have you on with him, or we'll try to do something like that where both of you can get.
I'm down.
We'll get up there. I don't know how many I can have on. I think I have a bunch on. We'll just have a paranormal party. Paranormal. Sorry, I'm good.
Deep throat the mic.
I can't help it. It's almost time to start heading for the cruise, girl. I'm sorry. I'm getting out there a bit.
I'm jealous. I want to go on a cruise so bad.
But yeah, that's the thing. Any last words, girl? We got about 3 minutes. Think of something that we have not talked about, that I did not say, or anybody else that we may need to know.
No, I mean, you can find me on Facebook or get a hold of you. You have my number. Your wife has my number.
Yeah.
I'm here to help answer questions if I can. If not, I'll find someone who knows the answers.
So there you go, guys. Right there, Jamie says she's willing to answer any of you guys' questions, any concerns or anything like that. You can get a hold of me. I will pass it along to her, and then we go from there. As far as what she does, have the Facebook Jamie's Haunted Museum of Misfits.
Yes.
It is on Facebook. Is there a shortcut to it?
I don't know. No, not yet.
No. Okay. Sorry.
Not yet. I think I just created it yesterday or the day before. My days are running in.
You stay too busy.
Yeah.
I hear you. But we got less than a minute to go here. Jamie, thank you so much. And just like I said, Jamie's on Facebook. You cannot have her phone number. I will not let you, and neither will my wife. Definitely my wife won't let you. But you can contact her, through Jamie's Haunted Museum of Misfits on Facebook. You can get a hold of me, or you can get a hold of Lisa, my producer, my wife, my lover.
I love you too, Lisa.
Do what?
She said I love you, so I was telling her I loved her back. Calm down.
Okay. But I'm going to go through. Look, guys, March 14th, real quick, Mystical Market. March 14th down, 501 West 6th Street, right above there. You get what you want. Readings, tarot card readings, vibes, massages, all kinds of good stuff down there. Stones. Love it. Have fun. Spirit Mechanics are usually down there with me. They were on here on the show, too. All right, March 12th or 13th and 14th. That's Friday the 13th. Thomas House Ghost Hunt Weekends. Kyle, Brandon will be there at that. And I'm going to tell you what, usually the 13th is really awesome. Need to get down there and see March 21st, USS Battleship North Carolina. Chris and Mike will be there joining us. Let's see, May 9th, Missouri State Pen. May and July, Bobby Mackey's. I don't know I know a couple of them's already sold out. Not sure about July. Haven't seen. And in between that, I think the one in May, we're going to the, it's a Thursday that we do Bobby Mackey's. Friday, we're going to the Slave House. Saturday, Slave House, and right back to Bobby's Mackey's Sunday. So that's a big weekend. You may want to try to get into. June 20th, we're Tracy City, 4 locations. There's a cemetery, there's a bakery, there's a campground, and there's some coke ovens. And not the coke you think you snort up your nose. It's coke ovens. But I tell you what, guys, if you ever want to get on there and join us when we're doing our ghost hunts and stuff, www.ghosthuntweekends.com will get everything you need. Click on there, get your tick. Come on down there. We'll be there. We'll hopefully get Jamie down there. And tell all your friends about Paranormal Highways. We're burning it back up. We will not be on next week because I'll be sitting in the sun or I will be watching fishies. I like going snorkeling when I'm back. Fishies.
Love you guys too.
Huh?
Replying to the comment.
Oh, sorry. You can see the comments now. What? I can barely. I get on there and I get going. I can hear you when you take off. I can't hear you. Okay. You maybe this is where I was going with you. I'm trying to think. Oh, tell your friends, tell your family. Paranormal.
Yeah, what you said.
Yeah, www.paranormalhighways.net. We are on Facebook at Paramike. No, Podcast Mike. I don't even know my own website. At Podcast Mike will get you straight directly into my website on Facebook. And my website's on Facebook. We are on Twitter, but I'm not a big social freak where I'm totally free. Everything does go to Twitter, so we are on Twitter. My Twitter account is on the www.net. Check on that if you like doing Twitter better than you do Facebook. But Jamie, my baby, I love you.
I love you.
I really appreciate you getting me started off again, and I really do miss you guys. I can't wait to see you again. If I could pick on you, you can beat me up like you usually do.
I'll do that. Or I'll get my daughter on you.
Oh, that's right. I didn't think about that. Oh, my goodness. You ever have one of those feelings where things are going good, you really don't want to get off, but you have to get off?
Yeah. Well, just have to have me back on soon.
I gotta be silly. I'm about ready to head out of here and go to the cruise. Jamie, I love you, baby. Sweet. Thank you so much. Kyle, I'll see you on here. We're gonna get everybody on here again. Next week we will not be on. The week after that, we're gonna find something. Even if I get on there, do ballet for you or something. Talk paranormal ballet. No disrespect against ballet, but I'm just saying. Oh, but Jamie, you have a great night, sweetheart. I love you. We shall see you later. And always and forever.
Always forever.